No mai, haere mai, piki mai, kaki mai. Welcome to the National Aquatic Centre here on Auckland's North Shore. Looking forward to this one. It is the Suzuki National Water Polo League Final for our women. It is the might of North Harbour up against Atlanta City, two of the powerhouses of Auckland water polo. Just seen a wonderful final played out between Marist and Canterbury. Canterbury getting up and winning that one by 12 goals to 11. We're going through the formal team introductions and then we will get underway. Fabian Van Roy will be my expert comments man, a man who has played water polo at the highest level. Both teams stacked full of stars as we do go through the introductions, and then it'll be followed by the national anthem. The likes of Bernadette Doyle, Gabby Doyle, Darcy Spark, Chelsea Geary, Katie McGinty, Claude Aware. It is a team that is just stacked for North Harbour. For Atlanta City, well, it is very good with the likes of Millie Quinn and arguably New Zealand's best player in Morgan McDowell. Plenty of support will come from the likes of Sophie Gardner, Izzy Jackson, Holly Dunn, Gabby McDonald and young Erin Goldsmith. 4 quarters of 8 minutes to determine which club is the best club in New Zealand in 2023. It is a beautiful facility, the Owen Glen National Aquatic Facility. We just want to acknowledge and thank Whakata Māori for their ongoing support. We will have the caps, the white caps, Pote Mā, the blue caps, Pote Kahurangi, and as the teams do line up, it will be the Atlanta City team, and Pote Kahurangi, the blue caps, North Harbour, the Pote Mā, the white caps, as we now play the national anthem of New Zealand. God defend New Zealand. Well, the scene is set, a wonderful occasion. The two best teams in New Zealand, moments away for going for gold. Two teams that come in with wonderful form, two teams stacked full of stars. Discipline will be a big one. Aukati, or the exclusion, what we affectionately call the naughty chair, the 6-on-5 scenarios when players do find themselves having to sit out for 20 seconds. They say individuals win games, a squad wins a championship. Both teams are stacked in terms of players on the bench. For Atlanta City, the likes of Casey McDowell, Gabby McDonald, Bella Broadmoor. North Harbour, well, Ava Cooper, Emily Nicholson, Claude Aware. North Harbour coaches are Richard Claridge, Julie Ellis, their manager, their assistant manager is Alice Steele, and for the Atlanta City women, Angie Winstanley Smith is the coach. Hamish McDonald, the assistant coach, one of New Zealand's leading referees, and Kate Daly. Well, Fabian Van Roy alongside of me, bringing you all the expert comments, all the analysis. The scene is set. It's been a long time coming, but undoubtedly the two best teams in the country about to go toe-to-toe. Very much the war on the shore.
Hello, mate, Watto. Great to be here. I think we're in for an exciting game here. Teams played each other before. The last game was a win 13-8 in favour of Atlantis, but North Harbour went up real quick in their first quarter, I think 5-1. So I think what Atlantis will be doing is trying to avoid that happening here. North Harbour will be looking to push the pace. They've got some really quick girls in that team.
Pote Mark, the white caps in North Harbour. Pote Kahurangi, the blue camps are Atlantis. We are underway, 4 quarters of 8 minutes. An early advantage goes the way of North Harbour. The crowd here love that. First touch.
North Harbour striking first, playing in front of a home crowd. It always helps.
Katie McGinty in the number 8 cap for North Harbour. Happy just to have a look at the defence here of Atlantis early on. And the first does shot come and almost gets away with it. A shot out of nowhere. And that coming from Bernadette Doyle. And is it a simple case here? Fabian, if you shut Bernadette Doyle down, you win this game.
I think she's one of the more important players for the North Harbour team for sure. I think Samantha Bright was happy to be able to collect that ball before it hit the net.
Oh, lovely backhand, great entry pass, great enterprise being shown by Atlanta City. And some real niggle going on. But first scoring opportunity going the way of Atlantis through Georgia Daly.
Oh, a bit sloppy here on the pass by North Harbour. Atlantis collects.
Yeah, both teams, I think, initially will just be looking to try and settle down, won't they? They'll be nervous, be jittery. It'll be physical early on, Atlantis.
Oh, there comes the entry pass.
Through Millie Quinn. And now they go open up there on the right-hand side.
Oh, watch this drive here.
Oh, entry pass.
And exclusion as a result.
So
great entry.
6-5. Atlantis with the one-player advantage. Shot clock will go back to 20 seconds. And they will go back through Millie Quinn and the number 5 cap out here on the right-hand side.
Two of the key players for Atlantis on this right-hand side of the field. Morgan McDowell on the 6 cap and Millie Quinn on the 5 cap.
Yeah, Jessie Jackson controlling things there in the pivot at that number 2 role, almost in that point guard position. We can use the basketball terminology. But so far it remains at 0-0 with just over a minute and a half gone in this first quarter. Now chance for North Harbour looking to try and get the drive, and entry pass comes, shot comes, brilliant from North Harbour, and just like that they go up by 1. Really nice, Ruku, a really nice drive.
And that's how quickly you cut up that goal. You miss an opportunity on the one end, and it takes 7 seconds for the other team to swim up the pool and score on the other end. Great entry pass by Bernie Doyle, and a really nice goal there by Grace Troke.
Yeah, Grace Troke in the number 9 cap, the goal scorer. And we do talk about the Doyle, Gabby Doyle, Bernadette Doyle. Boy, almost a dynasty when it comes to women's water polo, so highly regarded. And then, of course, arguably, well, maybe New Zealand's best player in Morgan McDowell.
Oh,
for
look
Atlantis.
up here.
Now another opportunity, another Ruku. Entry pass, brilliant, superb, can't quite get the shot in, got plenty of height on it, but just couldn't quite execute it. Opportunity wasted by Emily Nicholson.
You see the composure from Samantha Bright on that shot, though. I mean, that was a really big opportunity for North Harbour to get up real quick with 2-0. But Samantha did a good job of blocking that shot.
Happy to be patient. Interesting there that North Harbour just playing his own defence. The big shot, the mid comes, but it comes off the top of the crossbar.
Big save.
So, the attacking player there was Libby Gold in the number 4 cap for Atlantis. North Harbour happy to go down that right-hand side. More of a one-man type defence coming from Atlantis, and also pressing high.
A little bit overbalanced on the far side of the field there.
Oh, nice. Quick thing. The backhand looking to try and get the pass away. Worked over. And
Would you look at that? I'm talking about overbalance on this side, on the other side of the field, but it was a very deliberate move to get the ball to Emily Nicholson, a professional player in Tenerife in Spain.
And now the penalty will go, and it will be for North Harbour. It will be Bernadette Doyle who'll step up and take it, looking to try and take the lead to 2-0. Oh, and she missed it, did she? Great save. That is superb from Sophie Gardner. And we talk about it, whether it be in ice hockey, whether it be in a lot of those sports, field hockey, you've got to have a good goalkeeper. You've got to have a good goaltender. Almost the first player that you pick. Height important as well. Nice.
Oh, Georgia Daly getting the exclusion there, working hard in front of goal. Good entry pass by Essie Jackson. That was really well done.
Yeah, the player being excluded there for North Harbour was Grace Troke. So happy to go down this right-hand side. Interesting there that North Harbour prepared to open up the sides and set up the defence more through the middle.
North Harbour very comfortable in their man-down defence there. It looks like they've been working this.
What's the expectation on an overlap on a 6-on-5 off the back of an exclusion or off the back of an old cutty?
I think if you score 40% of your 6-on-5s, you've got a really good opportunity, a good chance of winning a game.
Oh, big shot. And another one. And just like that, at the other end, they just hit you hard, don't they? They are just so fast on the counter-attack, which is the two-upper.
So Bernie Doyle on the first assist towards the 5-metre penalty in that first opportunity. She now scores, and she nearly got a second assist earlier. So she's really the driving force of the North Harbour team at the moment.
Well, 2-0. Atlantis will want to try and score here. But this defence from North Harbour just not panicking, just not being drawn out necessarily out too wide, happy to set up their defence more through the middle in a zone type defence. Another example of it. So Atlantis open on that right hand side. And now the shot comes from distance, great pump fake, hits the upright, desperation stuff from Atlantis, just can't find a way through this North Harbour defence.
And again, Bernie Doyle pushing the pace.
Oh, good defence, great attacking play here, and somehow finds a way. And we're going to go back, aren't we, for it?
Now, Emily Nicholson for North Harbour, with the number 12 white cap, she's been a standout player for North Harbour for a long time, but you can clearly see the experience she's done up by playing over in the US and now at Tenerife in Spain.
Another opportunity here, this time for Darcy Spark. He gets up. And this time, 3-0. Too easy. So already comfortable. Momentum is comfortably with North Harbour. And what do Atlantis need to do here to try and shift that momentum, to try and slow down this counter-attack?
But it looks like my team has come here to play. But I think if I'm on the defensive end of playing against North Harbour, I would try and slow down Bernadette Doyle. She receives the first pass in every counter-attack. And I want to make sure I interrupt that.
So, happy to just play around the perimeter. A little bit of a pump fake. But look at North Harbour in that zone defence. Happy just to sit back, not pressing high at all. And just like that, turn it over again. So it's defence at the moment for North Harbour winning it. And they go long. This is the counter-attack. Just too fast, too big, too strong. Looking for the entry pass. They find it. Oh,
what a beautiful
sit
action.
Back. That is a highlight reel. That is box office.
What a fantastic pass by Bernie Doyle and really good positioning by Darcy Spark to get in front of her man, her defender, and able to receive it and put it away at the same time. I mean, that requires some skill, Waldo.
Oh, that was just beautiful to watch. That's just such a wonderful advertisement for the sport, the athleticism, the cohesion, almost the equivalent of the alley-oop in basketball, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And now Atlantis under pressure, forward out, goals down early. They need to bring in McDowell. They need to somehow find a way of bringing Morgan McDowell into this game. She's one of the best forwards on the planet across any country. But so far, North Harbour have completely and utterly kept her out of this game.
And we're looking at a team defence by North Harbour that is being incredibly efficient about taking those most dangerous players out of the game. They've done incredibly well so far. But Atlantis needs to keep on shooting here and get a goal in.
Oh, nice entry pass too, just took the speed off it. Created that little bit of deception. Just had those North Harbour defenders just in two minds for a split second, but just couldn't quite execute the pass.
But you see the attention they're giving Morgan out there at centre forward. They're playing incredible defence. Two men out there making sure that Morgan doesn't get room to move.
Yeah, I just wonder here though whether we maybe just need to see whether or not Atlantis maybe look to press a little bit higher defensively. And
great block though here from Samantha Bright. She's doing a good job here. These backhand shots are tricky to position yourself for as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, just expect the unexpected. Again, it's great theatre. So now chance for Millie Quinn. Happy to switch play. Goes down the left-hand side. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And look at again North Harbour just holding their own, not panicking. And the big shot comes, and again...
Nice help defence there from Katie McKenty at centre back. 8 white. Goalie did not need to get her hands dirty there.
And now just driving forward, another Ruku. Lovely entry pass, surely must... Oh, just held on just a little bit too long.
And yet another assist by Bernie Doyle.
Yeah. Boy, maybe just a little bit unlucky there. So another penalty. This will be the third one in less than 8 minutes. And there it is. So 5-0. Goal scored on this occasion by Katie McGinty. Oh, just a demolition at the moment. Just the ability for them to break out. And Bernadette Doyle, they're just using that right-hand side of the pool just so effectively. And Atlantis, well, they're just not getting back, are they?
She distributes really well at the moment. I would really want to see Atlantis disrupt that distribution from Bernie Doyle.
Well, Harbour have done a great thing in terms of taking McDowell out. And Atlantis need to do something about Doyle because she is controlling very much the tempo. She's controlling this game, such as her influence. The big shot does come, and this time they do manage to find one. So that is the first goal for Atlantis. It's 5-1. They'll be desperately hoping for a momentum shift. They've got 26 seconds remaining in this first quarter. And they would love to somehow turn possession over, try and score that second, find themselves trailing by 3.
They want to see if they can get a stop here and maybe another goal if they can get a steal. North Harbour will look to slow it down and come out of the quarter.
Oh, that's better defence.
Oh.
The unexpected, folks. And so there it is at the end of the first quarter. It is North Harbour in control, leading by 5-1. Rimatahi.
Well, it's very similar to the last game that these guys played against each other because it was the same scoreline at the end of the first quarter in the last game they played, yet Atlantis came away with a 13-8 win. So they are able to turn this around, but I mean, this is a gold medal final. This is not a round-robin game just in your weekly competition.
Well, they've got it. Let's talk about Atlanta City here because the player that you've mentioned is just what Bernadette Doyle is doing here, finding the likes of Katie McGinty. You know, very good at just controlling things. She's been given room. She's been given time on the counter on that right-hand side.
Well, you're looking at a team that plays incredibly well as a team rather than, I think, individual players. And that's where their strengths lie, and that's how they're going to be able to win this game. If they keep playing as a team, both defence and offence.
Atlantis, what do they do to counteract the defensive North Harbour to try and bring Morgan McDowell into play somehow? Does she need to play further on the perimeter rather than pushing forward into that forward position?
I think she needs to remain on the perimeter. She's a great threat from centre forward and on the perimeter, I think, but she needs to stay because she's such a good shooter and a creator on the outside on the perimeter, and that's where Atlantis lacks at the moment. They need a little bit more threat from the outside, and so far we haven't really seen any shots from the perimeter. in a 6-on-6 situation. I think that's what I'd be advising Atlantis right now. Get Morgan out on the perimeter. If she drives to create an opportunity on the 6-on-5, that's great, but keep her on the perimeter and see if we can get some shots from her.
So Morgan McDowell, father, one of the great All Blacks, and Steve McDowell, part of that 1987 rugby winning World Cup team, alongside of John Drake, Sean Fitzpatrick in that front row, part of a wonderful era of Auckland rugby.
Two sisters McDowell on this team. Casey, younger sister, sitting on the Atlantis bench at the moment.
Yeah, I think she's still at Diocesan School for Girls.
That's right.
Played this year in the National Secondary School Girls Final, losing that one to St Cuthbert's College in Auckland.
Well, that was slightly unexpected, but I think those three programs, the Rangi Toto from last year, St Cuthbert's this year, and Dyer were incredibly strong programs.
And so North Harbour again with the advantage, home crowd loving what they're seeing at the moment. Plenty of noise here at the National Aquatic Centre. They bring it forward through Katie McGinty. McGinty's got Darcy Spark out to her left, Gabby Doyle out to the right. They're looking to try and drive through. There's Grace Troke. A big shot over the top. Just couldn't quite get the angle on it. Katie McGinty. And now she gets back pretty quickly in defence. And let's just have a look. So we do see Morgan McDowell here in the number 6 cap, this time a little bit further on the perimeter. So she is sitting back on the perimeter. Now she looks to try and drive forward. They'll be all over her.
Good ball movement here.
Oh, big shot off the bar. And no, ball under. So they'll come away with it. There's North Harbour. So they survive an early onslaught in the second quarter from the Atlanta City team.
Now the game is slowing down just a little bit. I think that will work in Atlantis' favour. If North Harbour do not keep pushing this counter-attack, it will allow Atlantis to come back in this game slowly but surely.
Yeah, opportunity. The shot comes, really good save coming from Sophie Gardner. But North Harbour still retain possession. And Doyle, and too easy.
It got deflected off somebody else right in front of goal. It was very difficult for the goalie here to try and make a block on that one.
But Bernadette Doyle again, that player, got to shut her down, just cannot afford to give her the space, give her the time. So 6-1 is the score. So Morgan McDowell certainly hanging back now in possession. Lovely pass. Good ball movement. Nice zone defence here coming from North Harbour. Not panicking. Opportunity, that's good play. Right, picked
solid
off nicely.
Defense.
So it's Samantha Bright in goal for Atlanta City. And that is a really good block there from Bright. Oh, picked off again. Oh, look at the physicality being shown from both teams. In North Harbour now, this surely should be another one. Oh, good defence. What do the referees say? And another exclusion.
That's a penalty right there.
And another penalty.
Another penalty drawn by Emily Nicholson. A steal by Bernadette Doyle, and again Bernadette Doyle distributing and making sure that ball gets into the right place, into the right time for a good opportunity to build on this lead here. That's just getting out of hand a little bit here, Watto.
Yeah, Darcy Spark with the penalty. One has already been saved though by Samantha Bright. Can she save the second, Bright? No.
Well, doesn't get any better than that, really.
No, 7-1. So, Fitutahi.
That's a second penalty here for Darcy Spark. It's a third goal. And some really nice shots here.
Yeah, really good ruku coming from this North Harbour team, just driving play on the counter-attack, and, well, got to make sure Atlantis here just don't drop their heads, because they are in a world of trouble. Trail by 6. Can they come back? They've got to somehow find a way of shifting momentum. But really, it's just the Bernadette Doyle show at the moment.
Yeah, it's undeniable, her show at the moment. I mean, she finds the right players in front of goal every single time. She either is a threat for a shot outside, or she makes the right pass into somebody else who has a better opportunity. You know, Atlantic City is going to have to make sure that they get into gear here, because it's getting out of control.
North Harbour made a few changes, so I'm going to see. We've got Emily Nicholson in the pool at the moment, Darcy Spark, Kodawea now in the 11 cap.
Katie McKenzie at centre back, and Grace Troker's back in.
As we talk about the depth they've got, though, haven't they? And they've got remarkable depth. Individuals win your games, squad wins you the championship. And here, happy to just move the ball on the perimeter. North Harbour just continue to work over McDowell. An exclusion, so 6 on 5, 20 seconds back on the shot clock.
That's a second exclusion. That's something to watch for later. On your third exclusion, you're unable to come back into the field.
Now, plenty of possession. Just haven't managed to find a way through this North Harbour defence, and that is a wayward pass. That's pressure. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Time wasted.
It's unfortunate. They had 2 really good opportunities here to get back into it, but it's that passing what is really important here.
And they've got to do something, don't they? Got to find a way to thread the needle. Got to find a way to crack this North Harbour defence. As we now see Sarah Stewart bringing the ball forward in the 2 cap. The Pote Mark, the white caps. And now North Harbour again on the counter. 10 seconds left on the shot clock for them. Atlantis happy to sit back in a zone type defence. And now the shot comes. What do the referees say? And no, good defence this time, so that's better from Atlantis. Turning possession over.
Calm defence led to securing the ball here on the 6 on 5 defence. So I think that's looking promising for Atlantis. If they can build on this, we're only early into the game.
Call coming. Use Gabby from the coaching staff of Angie Winstanley. And that's better. But again, well read defensively. So nothing going the way of Atlantis at the moment. North Harbour just holding their shape at the back, not panicking. Done their homework. Boy, they look well drilled.
It's a difficult situation here, Watto. You can't really force the opportunities, but you have to. You're down by 6 goals.
Sarah Stewart decides to take it on her own. And I guess when you've got a 6-goal buffer, you can afford to do that. But well blocked in the finish by Samantha Bright for Atlantis City in goal. And now Atlantis City looking to try and drive. Do they go on their own here, looking for McDowell? The big shot now does come, but another deflection. More good defence from North Harbour.
Lonely player out on the top here, Emily Nicholson.
And Nicholson takes it out to 8-1. So it is Warutahi in favour of the Polteimā, the Whitecaps.
You see this counter-attack, this tuapa here from Emily Nicholson. Atlantis City trying to get the advantage on one end, sort of overlooking the fact that Emily Nicholson was still on the other side of the pool. She gets a good pass, great pass by Bridget Leyburn, and is able to put the goal away. Now we're looking at an 8-1 scoreline. It's time. It's time for Atlantis to start putting some goals in the net.
Again, good ball movement, but just look at this North Harbour wall of defence there. Once again, just absolutely all over the centre forward.
Morgan doesn't get any room to breathe there whatsoever.
No, and they've got to just find a different way of using it because it's not working at the moment. We barely talked about it, and that is a sign of good defence. And now looking to continue the drive forward. Looks for the little pump fake. Now the entry
Great
pass
steal by
turned off.
Morgan McDowell. Well done.
Yeah, we're just about to say what she can't do on offence. She's just managed to achieve on defence. So McDowell looking to drive forward. Ruku. Now Morgan McDowell looks to try and go forward. 2 defenders on it, 3 defenders on it. That opens up players elsewhere. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Got to start shooting. Do they need to go from distance? Maybe take some of the velocity off this time. Brilliant block. That is superb from that individual across there. And that is Doyle again. So Bernadette Doyle just showing her quality and class in the number 3 cap. And now looks to try and drive forward herself.
Seen 2 steals and 2 blocks in defence by Bernadette Doyle. Not known for her defence necessarily, but she's doing well.
And so, turnover. Offensive foul. And Samantha Bright gets play back underway, and they'll come back down through Bella Broadmoor. Out there onto her right-hand side in possession is Gabby McDonald. And it is McDonald again. So very much the Broadmoor McDonald show. A shot that really just didn't have velocity on it to cause any real trouble.
They've got the defence sorted, North Harbour do. Doing really good, making sure they're playing well on the defensive end. Good team defence.
Yeah, Alicia
Morgan's got an opportunity here.
And so exclusion. So chance here now for Atlantis, 6 on 5. Player being excluded for North Harbour is Katie McGinty. Just haven't got the shots away, have they? They just haven't found a way through this North Harbour defence.
It's a forest of arms right there in front of goal. Hard to get through here.
Again, another example of it, just straight at the wall again. And it will be Alicia Winstanley who comes away with it and gets play back underway and goes immediately to Sarah Stewart. Stewart surveys, decides to come back and find Caitlin Howarth. And now a big shot from nowhere and almost pulls it off as we come to half-time. And it is the mighty North Harbour who lead Atlantis by 8 goals to 1. Wharu Tahi, all in favour of Pote Ma over Pote Kahurangi, the White Caps leading the Blue Caps. How do you come back from 7, Fabian? We've talked about momentum shifts, but really you just sort of feel at the moment, as long as North Harbour continue to do what they're doing defensively, it's going to require some creativity offensively for Atlantis to find a way through.
It will take a lot of creativity, but I think on the defensive end, you're looking at a press. You can't afford to play a drop zone anymore. You need to be able to put pressure on the North Harbour offence. At the moment, their offence is generated through counter-attacks, so that's something that you need to stop. And what you can do against that is making sure that that first pass gets put under pressure. You can see that every outlet pass going to Bernie Doyle, and if they start putting some pressure on that, they may be able to slow that down.
Yeah, it's been Bernadette Doyle, it's been Sarah Stewart as well, the 3 cap, the 2 cap, and you say it's coming from Alicia Winstanley, and they're just opening up down that right-hand side, aren't they?
It's too open at the moment. My suggestion would be Atlanta City will be looking to make sure that they interrupt their counter-attack as much as possible, and in their defence, go into a press and make sure there's a man-to-man press.
And there is the North Harbour Shark, the hammerhead. Of course, they do have the home pool advantage.
It's the local hammerhead Shark creating a little bit of a diversion while the team talk of the Atlanta City women's team is going on in front.
Okay. Let's go inside the huddles. Imagine you're coaching here, Fabian. Let's go firstly inside of the Atlanta City women's team. Angie Winstanley Smith, their coach. Are you animated? Are you frustrated? What sort of communication style are you bringing to this team, trailing by 7 goals, trailing by 8 goals to 1?
It's a large ask. It's a big ask to be able to come back and essentially have to score 8 goals in a row now to be able to take over the lead. But you need to be positive. You need to make sure that players are held and hold each other accountable for their actions, and mostly in defence. That's got to be sorted. In offence, I believe that they have so much talent, they'll be able to create opportunities in offence. But defence is a matter not of talent, it's a matter of discipline. And I would stress that as the coach being in that huddle.
Well, North Harbour, they've got to be careful too that they don't go into their shells. They've got to continue to play the way they're playing, manage to maintain their shape defensively, but just continue to do what they've been doing up this right-hand side as well. Don't want to suddenly go, well, we're comfortable, let's park the bus.
Yeah, they, obviously up a big lead. They need to keep playing. They need to keep going forward. But I haven't seen any signs of that machine slowing down yet. I think they're very well situated to keep playing the way they have been playing. So it's going to be tough for Atlantis.
So Richard Claridge, the North Harbour coach. And Atlantis this time get the early advantage to start this second quarter. They need to really just go on a little bit of a run here. Need to get McDowell somehow involved.
Look, Watto, if any team can do it, Atlantis can. So I expect some fireworks from them now.
And this is McDowell on the ball at the moment. But you can just see the physicality being coming here. Bernadette Doyle, two of the greats. Doyle versus McDowell. Two members of the New Zealand women's team, ranked currently 9th in the world. And the big shot does come, but it's wayward. Again, good defence from North Harbour. Pressing, forcing Atlantis back on their haunches. Now they go down, they find Doyle. Remarkable athlete, might just be the most underrated female athlete in this country, Bernadette Doyle. And look at that defence coming from Atlantis this time.
Just too late, just a tad too late. Emily Nicholson is doing an incredible job at keeping her position right there in front of the goal and getting these exclusions that she's drawing.
Now, can they...
Good defence by Atlantis.
And another big left. Oh, that's a very good shot from Sarah Stewart. The power that she possesses. And now they're looking to go long. Chance here. Turns. Can she pivot? No, but the foul comes. Retains possession. Looks to move it quickly. Well read, though, by North Harbour. And immediately, Atlantis find themselves back deep on the perimeter. North Harbour again just creating that wall across the middle of the pool. No way through. Now the shot does come. McDowell looking to try and turn. Penalty given, is it?
Exclusion right there in front of goal.
Okay, exclusion given.
Very close to the penalty line.
So they'll go across to McDowell now. She's good enough. She can score and shoot from anywhere. And now the pass comes, but again, well read, brilliantly picked off once again from North Harbour. And this time, I think it was Emily Nicholson.
It's just not a great pass. I mean, the opportunity was really good there, right in front of goal. I think they'll be disappointed with that because it was a great opportunity.
And so Samantha Bright will get play back underway for Atlantis. Just no real answers for this North Harbour defence. McDowell, at what point does she just empower herself and look to try and take control? Shot clock is 5 seconds. No shot yet. Entry pass comes. Too easily read though, but they'll get possession back. Exclusion, 6 on 5, 20 seconds goes back on the shot clock for Atlantis. Oh, wow, that was good water polo, but well read from North Harbour. Great water polo all round, great pass, but North Harbour read it nicely, got their timing right defensively and shut down a really enterprising attack from Atlantis.
Impressive save by Bridget Leyburn there in front of the goal, but it was a beautiful pass. Everybody was faked out by that pass on the defensive side. I think it was Libby Galt in the pass. Incredible.
Oh, great shot from distance this time. And that is superb. And they just continue to stretch the lead. And this time it was through Caitlin Howarth, who really had the Atlantis team just guessing, because so much of the goal scoring that's been done from North Harbour's been a little bit closer to goal, but just showing that they've got the full arsenal. They've got the ability to score from anywhere.
It's unfortunate for Atlantis at the moment because they've actually been playing a lot better. There's a lot less counter-attacks in this first half of this third quarter. They seem to be more in control of the game, but they're not generating the opportunities in front of goal that they need to be doing.
Oh, and lovely pass. Oh, that was almost box office again. Boy, and that is the danger that McDowell possesses. Can do things other players simply can't. Almost defines hydrodynamics. He could have, great defence, great goalkeeping, but two moments there from Atlantis which, would have, in water polo terms, had it gone in, would have been, top 10 plays of the week.
Absolutely.
And another shot, too easy this time, through the door on that far side, and really this is just starting to get away well and truly now for Atlantis. They can't do anything, and North Harbour, scoring at free will at the moment, this time through Clodagh Weir.
It's just a lesson in efficiency here, I think, that's being displayed by North Harbour. Every opportunity they get, they seem to be able to put a goal away, whereas Atlantis is struggling to find the back of the net, and that's, obviously through good defence and great goalkeeping on the North Harbour side, but
I'd just like to see Morgan McDowell here just to start to shoot. They've got no choice, have they? If they've got to shoot from distance, go to your playmaker. And McDowell automatically driving up into the middle.
They have to be more of a threat in front of goal because we've barely seen any outside shooting.
And nice little lob shot, tries to just take the pace off it, almost got away with it, but more enterprise on attack that time from Libby Galt. So Clodagh Weir in control, happy just to slow things down. Lovely little entry pass from distance.
And just on the other end of that pass, Bernadette Doyle, she pops up right in front of goal in the right place to receive that pass. It's a great pass by Clodagh Weir.
Yeah, very much. Doyle, McDowell, opposing teams, but the nucleus of that very good New Zealand women's team, who will have an Olympic Games playoff against Australia later in the year. We'll head off course to the United States shortly to play in the World League as we see another one from North Harbour.
Caitlin Holworth on the nice penalty conversion. She's been to Fresno State and come back with a whole lot of experience, it seems, because she's playing very well at centre back.
So to Kiauma Tahi. So 11-1 is the score.
Great passing by Atlantis. This is exactly the sort of situation that they need to now generate and create.
Looking to try and see if they can just find a way to get back in this game.
Oh, look at over here. We need a shot. Oh.
Lovely little pump fake, 9 seconds left on the clock. North Harbour, though, continue just to have that wall there. And the big shot does come. Another brilliant block, though, once again from Sarah Stewart.
I think Sarah's got 2 blocks as well, so that's really well done. Millie was unfortunate here. I think she got in a good position to try and get that shot off.
Katie McGinty brings it forward. Goes to Stewart. Stewart switches play across back to the far side. And another good piece of defence this time from Atlantis. And what do the referees say? No, she's allowed to come away with it. So really good play here from Atlantis. Scoring opportunity, is it? Oh, good pass. Now the entry pass comes.
Hey, that's a very well executed counter-attack here. Morgan McDowell receiving the first outlet pass over all the way across to Millie Quinn, and then into centre forward right there for Georgia Daly, and that's an outstanding.
Well, I'm not sure I've seen a game with as many penalties. I think this will be the 5th in the game.
There's certainly a lot of ejections at the moment, that's for sure.
So such is the physicality of it, and she misses it.
And that's just unfortunate. You can see.
Really good save from Samantha Bright. A really good save on that occasion from Alicia Winstanley.
Bridget Leyburn in the goal there making that.
Is it Bridget Leyburn?
But I think she got helped out a little bit by that post. It's just unfortunate on that 5 metre, really.
Off the upright.
Excellent exclusion here drawn by Millie Quinn. These goals are going to start dropping soon. They're playing so much better at the moment in the counter-attack, recognising good opportunities.
No panic. Oh, that's good. That's better. Thoroughly deserved too. Really good goal this time. Goal scorer being Georgia Daly, but nicely worked. Great ball movement. A little bit more patient.
You could see the positioning from Georgia Daly. She was open there on the post for quite a bit. Bella Broadmoor managing to get a good pass straight into the hand of Georgia right in front of goal. And this is exactly what they need to get back in the game. They're generating more opportunities, and the goals will start dropping now, but it's still 9 goals away.
Katie McGinty in control. Happy to sit back. This time the pass to nowhere, so good defence from Atlantis, putting a little bit more pressure back here on North Harbour. Was it too little too late? Just 57 seconds remain in this third period. Now looking to try and drive forward is Millie Quinn. Does she go on her own, Quinn? She does, no, she lays it off. Opportunity, another one squandered. Boy, and they come back though, and on the counter-attack, on the rebound almost, the second phase, they do manage to score. So just a little bit of a momentum shift now, going the way of Atlantis.
Great goal by Morgan McDowell, able to keep her defender off of her just enough to get that backhand into the back of the net. I think we're seeing a bit of a momentum shift. Obviously, better opportunities for Atlantis, and 2 goals in a row. I'm expecting some more from them. Some more goals here to come, I'm sure.
Katie McGinty just controlling things. Goes across, finds Bernadette Doyle. Back to McGinty. And McGinty now looking to try and drive. Does she go on her own? Nope, picked off. So better defence, more urgency starting to come from Atlantis. As we see Erin Goldsmith. And they decide to get the ball back to Samantha Bright. Bright surveys her options. And now, through Georgia Daly. Millie Quinn. Almost picked off. Big shot from nowhere. So that's it. And that is the end of the third quarter. And it is the White Caps, Pote Ma, leading the Blue Caps, Pote Kahurangi, by 11 goals to 3. Or Tikeo Tahi Toru.
Just the team defence, Watto, that we're seeing here from North Harbour. You see these field blocks, you see arms up in between every single shot from Atlantis. This is the kind of thing you need to be doing to win gold medals. Your team performing both sides of the field and putting in the effort. And this is the reason why they're up at the moment by 8 goals difference.
You'd imagine too, though, that you look at it now, they know they've got the shot clock, they know they've got time on their side. You've got 8 minutes, you're thinking, well, if we can soak up 25 seconds for every 30 seconds, you do the maths and it's their game to lose. It's going to require a miracle at this point.
And in saying that, Atlantis can come back from this. They have the most talented team, I suppose, by North Harbour in the country. So I think they can come back from this. If any team could, they would be doing it. But I think time is against them. We're 8 goals down, 9 goals to take over the lead here. And North Harbour just needs to make sure that they play out their situations, use the shot clock to their advantage, don't throw away any of the passes, play it safe.
You're going to need to win that swim up, going to need to score very quickly.
Every opportunity needs to be taken advantage of here by Atlantis. There's no sitting back. There's got to be a press all over the field. It's got to be a hard counter-attack every single time they get an opportunity. It's the only way for them to get a chance of getting back into this game. And I expect to see that from them.
No mai, haere mai, piki mai, kaki mai. Welcome in. Hope you are enjoying the journey with us here on Whakata Māori as we bring you the fourth and final quarter of the Suzuki National Water Polo League for our women. That is the gold medal match between the North Harbour Hammerheads and the Atlantis City women. And it is North Harbour who lead by 11 goals to 3. North Harbour, the Pote Mart, the White Caps. Atlantis City in the Pote Kahurangi, the Blue Caps. Special thanks to Whakata Māori for partnering up with New Zealand Water Polo and broadcasting these finals on their platform. And it will be Atlantis who come away with it. Good start. So now they need to score and score quickly.
We've got two outstanding referees on this game today, Miss Megan Perry from Tauranga and Mr. David Cooper from Tauranga. Miss Megan Perry, she will be off to the World Cup in Long Beach next week to referee some of the top games. And Mr. David Cooper will be going to Fukuoka and the World Championships in Japan in July.
So Atlantis, good. Oh, look at that. Just see the press defence here from North Harbour too, just getting up, aren't they? They're not having that ability to change it. They've almost said, look, this is how they're going to want to come out and play. We're going to counter it. We're going to come up. We've been creating that wall across the middle, but let's get up in their face now. Let's push them back. So brilliant here from Claridge, the coach, and what he's got his North Harbour team doing.
They're doing really well at identifying the less experienced shooters in the perimeter, so I think that's where North Harbour is getting a big advantage from in their defence.
North Harbour again. The shot comes, good block this time from Atlantis, and they will come away with the ball and uses the goalkeeper nicely. So good intelligent play here from Atlantis City. Now just waiting for the team to move forward to provide some options, and they find it through Millie Quinn. Quinn drops back to McDowell. Not too many games where you have a score sheet where Morgan McDowell hasn't scored 3 or 4. So it will be Atlantis ball. 6.5 minutes remain. They trail by 8. Little pump fake.
They need to capitalise on this, Wallo.
Look at North Harbour here, just sitting back a little bit more of a zone type defence now. They used the press earlier and they just turn it over. And that again, just so much time, so much composure. Really good there from Darcy Spark in the number 5 cap for North Harbour. Good long pass and finds its intended target, its intended receiver, and almost pulls off the miracle shot, Darcy Spark. So great in defence, then finds herself at the other end in that forward position. But Bernadette Doyle gets play back underway.
They'll look to play out and extend this clock as much as possible. Well, or not. If it's open, it's open.
Yeah, and that's another one. And Katie McGinty, well, the door was just slightly ajar, but she found a way through, opened the door, walked in, took the television set, sat on the couch and said, thank you very much. And it is now 12-3.
I guess I was being a bit too conservative here, Watto. I'm always trying to play it safe a little bit too much, I guess. And Katie had a great shot, Katie McKenzie in front of goal, and took it.
Well, we talked about it, though. You've still got to play as if it is 1-1 or 2-1 and that you're still in this game, aren't you? You can't afford to just suddenly shut up shop.
Absolutely.
Where teams do come undone. Hold your shape, both offensively and defensively. Oh, a little backhand flick, and that is brilliant. This time it is McDowell. So we talked about her getting involved, and she can do things other players simply can't. Just a lovely little deft touch. Just can turn on a dime, pull the trigger, and just like that, she finds herself on the score sheet. 12-4 the score.
Great combination, great pass from Gabby McDonald over to Millie Quinn, who recognised Morgan McDowell right in front of goal for a tip-in.
Katie McGinty goes out to Grace Troke. Oh, backhand, brilliant, superb, box office, right there. That is wonderful. Superb from Emily Nicholson.
You could see in her positioning when she receives the ball with her left hand before she takes a right-handed backhand. She makes sure that she stays in position. She actually gets some real nice separation on that shot, and it's there's no chance. There's no chance you're going to save that shot.
So 13-4. 5 minutes remain. North Harbour in control of this final. Special thanks to Suzuki, the Stream Shop, for Kata Māori, Delfina. So possession still away of Atlantis.
Opportunity here in front of goal for Casey McDowell wearing the number 9 cap. She'll get this ball back here and she'll have to take that shot and make it count.
And it does, and you just see her vision too. She just has that split second. She automatically knew where the space was in terms of where that ball needed to go. She turns, they work her over. Boy, and they absolutely manhandled her that time. And a little back flick, and goal is given. So 13-5, just like that. They do hit back. Well, it's certainly been a much better second half from Atlantis, but so much of the damage done in that first half. They look like they've just settled down now, and they've found that pattern, they've found that routine.
Brings the score to 13-5. It's still 4.5 minutes to go. Let's see what Atlantis can do here.
Yeah, Takao Toru over Rima, 13-5. North Harbour, though, they've got the advantage now of being able to run the shot clock down. They can do the maths. Lead by 8. Right, turn possession over. Good defence coming from Gabby Doyle, but referees say you committed the foul. So Atlantis continue. Looking for McDowell locked there in the middle in that centre forward position.
We need a shot here. We
Being
need a
well
shot
marked
here
from Caitlin Howarth. So Howarth on McDowell. Big shot does come, but it manages to get put over the top.
Nice stop there by Bridget Leyburn. Good shot from Bella Broadmoor. Not good enough to beat Bridget Leyburn in the goal.
McDowell, such a handful. In the 9 cap, previously in the 6 cap. And now big shot does come. And just wide.
Two players right in front of goal, wide open from North Harbour.
You've got to be careful they don't give away another penalty. Oh, great piece of goalkeeping. That is superb from Samantha Bright. Happy to push forward though. A little bit slow getting back on defence because they'd sent those 2 players forward. Oh, big shot from nowhere. That is brilliant. That is really good.
Holly done on the shot. Very nice top corner shot, but you're looking at something that they probably could have done a little bit earlier, taking some more perimeter shots, making sure that defence would come closer to them, draw in the defence, giving you a better opportunity right in front of goal.
Yeah, and again, then keeping them in 2 minds with your shooting, which then potentially does open up McDowell if she does decide to drive forward, or as they say in Te Varuku. So 13-6 the score. So Bernadette Doyle holds on to it, still trying to get the shot away. But Millie Quinn all over her, and now the shot does come just wide, showing the class and quality that she possesses. Oh, we've got the women's national team heading up to the States shortly. Just
Yeah, they'll be going to the World Cup in Long Beach next week. They leave on Tuesday, and they play from the 23rd to the 25th of June, I believe.
And that's the top 6 nations in the world plus the 2 that qualified.
That's right.
New Zealand, one of those
That's
2
right.
qualifiers. So wonderful opportunity to benchmark themselves against the very best.
They've got some incredible competition, waiting for them in Long Beach. It'll be a great test and a great step, because the ultimate goal is the World Championships coming up after that, and the Olympic qualifier in August against Australia. So there's a few milestones before that qualifier. This World Cup, the World Championships in Japan, Fukuoka in mid-July, and then the Olympic qualifier here on home soil early August.
So timeout has been called by Richard Claridge and the North Harbour team. Angie Winstanley actually realises this one's got away from it, that she'll be much happier with the third and fourth quarters. And then maybe this might be a valuable lesson for future games, for future club competitions.
So far it's the second half is a 5-all draw if you're looking at the scoreline. So Atlanta's much improved in the second half. It just got away from them too early in this game to be able to climb back into it. They're still going to look to give it a final push, but it's hard to imagine them being able to overcome this.
Yeah, it's almost to the point where, isn't it, you rely so much on a Morgan McDowell, you're constantly looking for the entry pass, you mentioned earlier that perhaps lack of shooting from the perimeter, some of the distance type shooting that has actually been effective for them particularly in this last quarter.
And you see North Harbour really trying to use the clock to their full advantage, the shot clock, the full 30 seconds, which they did very well, making it that much harder for Atlantis to come back from this.
So minute 11 remains. Atlantis trying to bring one back. Good defence though. Getting up high is Chelsea Geary from North Harbour. So North Harbour having run some changes. Now a chance across that right-hand side for Atlantis. Good ball movement here. But still to no avail. That North Harbour defence has just been so good. They continue just to put the pressure on the shot clock now. It's going to run down. And again, North Harbour, they say when it comes to the finals, defence wins matches. And that has been very much the case today for North Harbour. Yes, they've scored the 13 goals. But the thing is, their defence has prevented a very good Atlantis team from scoring.
That team defence has really impressed me. This is the reason why they've won this game. Sure, they pushed the counter and they had some really good opportunities in front of goal. It led to some goals. But this team defence has been outstanding.
And so just time now running out.
Last 10 seconds of the game, Watto.
Yeah, it has been very much a dominant one-way performance for North Harbour. Prior to the game, well, it was anybody's, but it is all over, and it is North Harbour who are National Club Champions for 2023. They win the Suzuki National Water Polo League in a dominant performance, one of the best performances you will see in a game of water polo over a very, very good Atlanta City women's side. Congratulations goes to Coach Richard Claridge, Julie Ellis and Alice Steele. Well done to Alicia Winstanley, Sarah Stewart, Bernadette Doyle, Gabby Doyle, Darcy Spark, Benny Caitlin, Chelsea Geary, Katie McGinty, Grace Troke, Caitlin Howarth, Clodagh Weir, Emily Nicholson, Bridget Leyburn, Samantha Bentley, Ava Cooper, Una Dennehy and Rachel Dean, national champions. What a moment for them.
Incredible moment here. This is close to a perfect, let's call it a perfect first half for North Harbour, because they played outstanding defence, outstanding offence, which really laid the foundation for their win here. They've had a very strong season. They've lost 2 games, one on penalties and one in regular time against Atlantis. So it's been a fantastic season overall by North Harbour. Well done to them. Well done to Atlantis. They have had a really good season leading up to this. unfortunate here maybe in the finals. But some really good teams and some good water polo that we've seen here, Watto.
Yeah, it is, and it's just gained so the strength of the women's game in this country, and we wish that national team all the best at the upcoming international competition there in Long Beach. So many of these players will be involved in that, and as I said, you've got to have rivalries in sport. You don't have Serena Williams without her sister. You don't have Andre Agassi without Pete Sampras. But in women's water polo, you've got to have the Atlantises, you've got to have the likes of North Harbour, the Marists, the Canterbury clubs. It ultimately is for the greater good of the sport as a whole. Well, on behalf of myself and my co-commentator, it has been an absolute privilege and a pleasure. Just want to acknowledge Whakato Māori for their support. Remember, we can't do it without them. And so, from myself and Fabian Van Rooy, it is a big haere rā, a big goodbye from the National Aquatic Centre here on Auckland's North Shore. It is North Harbour Hammerheads who are this year's National Club Water Polo champions for our women.